All right, cool beans. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Carmen so she can get started with the fundamental overview for the week. When she's done, I'll go over the technical overview for the week. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Carmen. It's all yours.
Hey everybody, so go ahead and get started. Just kind of recap what happened during the week and then kind of give you guys a heads up about what's coming up next week. So this week we started out the week with the holiday, went into the inauguration on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday we got rate news from Canada. And then we also got employment news from Australia. If you scroll and look, we did get a policy rate news item from Japan as well. I didn't really highlight it, but anytime you see the word rate, it's something to always take a look at because interest rates obviously mean that there are some changes that could possibly be happening within the economy, either growth or shrinkage in the economy. So um, always just pay attention to anything that says something about a rate in it. Yesterday we had unemployment claims. So unemployment claim news was actually good compared to what they wanted it to be. Even though it wasn't by much, it was still good news because considering our economy, where we came from and where we're trying to go, which is essentially back to single digit unemployment rate, having the unemployment claims drop is a good thing. But obviously, like we know, um, having a drop in unemployment claims isn't always um, from. So let me go back. From the news standpoint, it's a good thing, but we know that it's not always a good thing because there's so many factors that go into how they calculate unemployment claims. So when we take a look at how they calculate unemployment claims and then we look at the numbers, that's why I tell you guys looking at these reports are so crucial, um, because it could be that next month unemployment claims are up slightly, or next week, sorry, next week they're up slightly, and the market still won't be phased by it. And you're like, well, why isn't the market phased by it? Um, and you can go to the report to figure out why. Um, Today, this was the big news day I was telling you guys about for Europe, and then also for the US when it comes to flash and services news. So it was pretty mixed across Europe. Overall, the news was fairly good. It wasn't all that great for the UK. It was great for Canada when it came to retail sales, and then the US had good manufacturing news. So, what is this all telling me now? I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, well, we did just come out of Brexit, but then over the year, um, you know, the UK should have had enough time to build up their services and manufacturing, and they haven't. And it could be for several different reasons. They've had one of the most strict lockdowns in the world when it comes to COVID, and their citizens aren't using as many products. They're not exporting quite as much as they used to. So it's just a lot of factors that play into those numbers as well. And it's just something that we'll have to just unpack as time goes along, because the information, if I just told you all at one time, can be kind of overwhelming. But looking forward to next week. Australia is going to be on holiday on Monday, so the volume will be a little bit thin for Australia. Australian session, which is the Sydney session, starts right after New York session, and it's a pretty thin trading session anyway. It just means that that trading session is going to be even thinner. And then for the Australian pairs, um, especially like Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar, pairs like that are going to be pretty thin. Like they're not going to be trading as volatile as they usually are. Um, Consumer confidence news on Tuesday is going to be pretty important. I'll highlight that on Monday, talk about it, tell you guys what to look for. Wednesday is going to be a very important day because it's Fed Day. We get our open market statement. We also get the Fed's fund rate, which is not going to change. I can go and tell you that now. It's orange because it's Fed news, and it's like one of the first Fed rates of the year. Then we also get the first official press conference from Jerome Powell. And let's see, this one might actually be live. So for the past year or so, they've had these sessions. Oh no, it's webcasted. I see it now. For the past year or so, they've had these webcasted. So this one will be webcasted as well. There'll be questions. So anyway, just prepare for volatility in the market around 2 o'clock on Wednesday. The rate's not going to change. The volatility is going to come from the press conference because the statement, we pretty much know what's going to happen with the statement. We also know what's going to happen with the rate. The press conference is where we could get some volatility because of the questions that could be asked and then also the responses that we get from Jerome Powell. Thursday, we get this GDP news. So I kind of mentioned GDP a little bit on the last Zoom call. This upcoming week will be the week where we actually just really dive in and talk about it. Unemployment claims, we always get that every Thursday, unless there's a holiday or something that pushes it back to Wednesday or pushes it up to Wednesday. We get this CB leading index news as well on Thursday. And then Friday for the US is going to be a pretty light news day, although there are some news items that I'm going to be looking forward to, like pending home sales, um, just looking to see how they revise consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. And then I'll also be looking forward to seeing personal income and personal spending. So even though those news items aren't orange or red, I'll be looking forward to listening to those because personal income and personal spending, if you remember from the video, that is what helps to drive the economy. Pending home sales gives me a look into how people feel about the future. So in addition to this news that's coming out on Tuesday, consumer confidence, you can really see how confident people are when you start looking at pending home sales. Um, and I'll go more into it next week, but just know that those are news items that I'm looking forward to on next week. So that's all I have for you guys. I was just going to do a wrap up of this week and kind of talk about next week a little bit with you guys. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat here or in the Telegram group chat. Um, but thank you for listening, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Levels.
Appreciate that, Carmen. Great job as always. Appreciate you very much. Can y'all see my screen? All right, all right, all right. So looking back over the week, looking at the dollar, um, we know that we wanted to see the dollar come up, retest this structure, give us a sell back down. Um, Wanted to see how price played off of this structure. Gave us a good push off of it, came back down and broke through it, gave us a retest and continued to sell, retest, continued to sell here. Um, if we can't get back above this structure, then I, of course, want to see the dollar come back down and retest 0.89 at the top of this structure here. And then see if we get a support here and keep pushing up going into next week. Um, but yeah, starting out the week, we wanted to see not euro, I'm sorry, the dollar sell off of this structure. We got to sell. Wanted to see it buy and keep buying off of this structure. It did give us the bump, but price wasn't ready to continue to the upside. So we broke back down through the structure, gave a retest, sell off. And now we just have to wait and see what the dollar open up Sunday when the market open up Sunday. Um, so looking at our currency pairs for the week. Cool beans. So starting out the week Monday, we wanted to see Euro USD come back up, give us a sell off of this structure. We did get the sell. It was a good sell for like almost 80 pips. 80 pips was good. Then price swung back up. We broke above the structure. Came back, retested this red price structure right here that I got, retested it, pushed up, came back down, retested. So now we're above this structure. So now that we're above this structure, I do expect for um Euro USD to come back up here and retest 1.2250 next week. I'm sorry, when the market opens Sunday. Yeah, next week. So and then I want to see if we can get back above 1.2275. If we can hold that price level, then I will expect to see continue to see Euro USD push to the upside. However, if the dollar continues to be bullish and continues to push to the upside, then I will expect for price to come back up, retest this price level here, and then continue to sell to the downside. Looking at GBP USD, yeah, came back up, retested, gave us a little slight sell off. There was an opportunity to break even out of your trade. Broke back through the structure, came back, retested it, gave us a good buy off of that structure, gave us another buy on a retest here. Um, I gotta wait and see what kind of price action we get out of the dollar when the market opened back up Sunday to see what GBP USD is going to do. But yeah, if the dollar continues to push to the upside, then we should see GBP USD break back below this structure and continue to sell down. And if the dollar continues to the downside, then we'll continue to see GBP USD push up. So this trade for this week was a break even trade. NZD USD gave us few opportunities to sell. Could have sold here once you see price start making these lower lows to the down. Could have took the sell off the structure here, but once it broke above it, then you wait for the retest and buy. Um, I still want to see NZD USD come down and give me a buy off of 0.6862, this structure here. So that's what I've been waiting on. And that's what I will continue to wait on. But in the meantime, in between time, we gotta wait and see what the dollar is gonna do when I open up Sunday. So I'll be monitoring NZD, GBP, Euro USD,
Nice thing you guys are chasing.
GBP US NZD was an opportunity to catch some pips or break even. GBP USD was more than likely a break even trade, and Euro USD gave us the sale for 80 pips. That was good. So two break evens, Euro USD paid out 80 pips before it broke back above the structure. That's cool. Let's look at Bitcoin. We already know with Bitcoin, we buying the dips. So if you bought this dip, you already back in profit. If you bought this dip, you're in profit. If you bought this dip, you in profit. Buying this dip, you in profit. We gonna see if we can get back above 40,000. If not, she keep going down. We gonna keep buying the dip and holding. Simple as that. Um, Silver. Silver got back above the structure. Then never give us a good clean retest. Then broke back below the structure. Um, Starting out the week Monday, we wanted to sell off of the structure. We did get a couple of sales. Then we broke back above it. Once we got above it, I told you guys that I wanted to see silver respect this level and push to the upside. It did give you a perfect entry here. You had to be quick on your toes, and it gave you a little buy to the upside uh, before it broke back down. So yeah, we can call that profit trade, break even trade, however you want to look at it. Gold never got the retest. I'm still waiting on gold to retest this structure here, this price level at 1881, 1894, right up in here, and then give us a sell off. However, gold could push through that structure, retest the level, and keep pushing to the upside. Um, Last but not least, my baby, U30. Uh, U30 was the bread and butter this week. U30 is always the bread and butter for me because U30 is all that I personally trade. Um, Besides crypto, um, it's also all that Ghost trade. So he trade gold sometimes. So, but um, in the beginning of the week, Monday, we wanted to see silver, not silver. I'm sorry. I got so many pairs in my head, y'all. U30 bounce off of this price level. We didn't have this here Monday. So that's what it looked like Monday when I did the call Monday night. I told you guys that I wanted to see U30 come back down to here, and then come back up to retest this price level here at 31,185. As we can see, price came back down, retested this level, almost perfect, and then came down and gave us another opportunity here as well, right here, and then reached up and hit our price target with ease. So that was the first start of the week for 3,000 pips. And then Wednesday night, I told you guys that I wanted to see price wick up above this price level, break back below here. And once I seen price break below here and respect it, then that was a sale. So we seen price wick up, give you a few wicks, and then we finally see price break, retest, respect it, and retest it again, and price reach back down for our other price level here from Wednesday at 30,922, right back down to the level we bought off of. So altogether total, that was a 6,000 pip trade. Why you wouldn't have took the sell here? Because you didn't get a respect of the retest. You had price break, but when it came back, it didn't respect that level. You see, it didn't hold that level. Price bust right through that level. So that's not a good retest. Price bust back through it again, came back, same thing. Didn't respect it. So that's not a retest. This time right here, when price broke through it, it came back and retested it. Right here, you see this wick came back and retested it, and it respected it. It did not break back above it like it did the two previous times before. And when you see that respect of that level, when it's broken through like that, when you see that respect on that first retest, then you pull the trigger when it comes back around and retest that level again on that second retest. And 9 times out of 10, you go straight into profit. You see it with your own eyes. I don't have to convince you. You see it with your own eyes. I called it before the move happened, and the move happened almost exactly how I wanted it to happen. It's never going to be cookie cutter perfect. Price ain't going to never just be perfect the way I draw it out. It's just a map. It's just a navigation system. That's all. Showing you what I think the market is going to do overall, and it's doing it almost perfectly, just not perfect. But y'all keep studying, keep learning, keep taking notes. Y'all will get there. Practice made perfect. Demo trading is practice. Demo trading is practice, and practice makes perfect. So yeah, man, it was a great trading week. U30, she did what I wanted her to do for the most part. She showed some love. She paid out. She threw out those pips, and we was there to scoop them up, man. So another great trading week, another fantastic trading week. And we gonna make next week a repeat. And the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. We're gonna try to have a perfect year this year when it comes to trading weeks. Yeah, anything's possible. So That's my goal. We don't want to have no losing trading weeks, and I want to impact 1,000 families by December the 31st, 2021. It's already done. So with that being said, man, I'll take any questions before I close it out, if anybody have any questions.